Hey, Franz. Well, here we are on Sunday, and we got another turnaround on the DBK Starship, and I'm excited to share with you guys what that looks like. A little bit of feedback for Dimitri out there. Thank you very much again, Dimitri, for turning this around. We're getting super close. Also, got a few little things to share, so let's jump into it. All right. All right. First and foremost, so this is pretty cool, because we're working on this inner and outer animation, right? And if you stare hard enough, there's this thing that happens. It's a fairly well-known phenomenon with the way your brain interprets motion, especially motion in perception to other motion. So if you stare hard enough at this inner ring, and maybe some of you out there already seen it the other way, right? For me, my perception says the ring is spinning this way. It's spinning counterclockwise for the inner ring here. The outer ring is also spinning counterclockwise. Now, if I stare hard enough at this inner ring, I can also see it spinning clockwise. Usually I can watch it and I can get it to spin clockwise by changing the perception of my mind for about 3 or 4 seconds, and then when I unfocus, my brain picks up again and it starts to spin counterclockwise. This is the way it's familiar with me. So Dimitri, I basically did a quick test, and I think part of it is that you're absolutely right, and this is pretty cool. Thanks for sharing that. I think we need to offset the animation where it starts in terms of its rotation here, or maybe we drop a frame or two to get it perception-wise to spin the other way. So I did a quick version. And this only has 8 frames. So, but you can see here, like this very clearly is spinning, at least in my mind, the opposite direction. Let's take a look. Been working on a new level. We've got some new stuff going on. And it's a very crude by hand version that I did, right? So, but I think the main thing is I'm trying to differentiate the motion. So yes, you're correct in that it's perception, but let's see if we can either change the initial starting rotation or the amount it rotates by to see if we can get that the animations not to be as in lockstep. So I'll let you work on a version of that. So, and then the other thing I have feedback wise, yeah, here's my very, very crude version. Let's see here. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Do I have enough undo steps? Yeah, I'll just do this. La 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 la. Oh, I just need to do that and that. There we go. All right, and we're back. We're back from outer space. Let's take a look. All right. 4 columns, 3 rows. Boom. Okay. So from the last iteration I tried the version where essentially each row, if you will, is essentially offset from each other. So let's go ahead and drop that. For the next version, if you could make sure that the ship is perfectly aligned in each cell, in the same center aligned, so and it's the same for each cell. That way we remove the up and down vertical variation in the animation. That would be super great. Also, I was taking a look at here. Let's take a look here at the cockpit. Let's dial down the highlights on the cockpit. I'm noticing they are there, but I think it's just a little bit too much blue. So that would be just the highlights on the kind of cockpit window. So we can still keep a little hint of blue in there, but let's go much more subtle or more transparent. That might be a thing too. So you can definitely see the transparency showing up through the cockpit windows, which is pretty cool. This is just a prototype. So basically a fun tip for you, Dimitri, or fun factoid. So this is DBK flying to Cerebus's island. So that's going to be the first level and sub-level. So, and I think, hey, where'd my thing go? Huh. Interesting. I think I have too much beginning level, or do I not? Take a look here. I guess I broke something. I thought I had the starting level correct. I guess not. Yeah, I put this little cutscene in here, and apparently I didn't do it at the very beginning of the level. So where I balanced it last night, I no longer have that balanced. So let me just try this here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I think it's because I did it right here. Is it here? Sort of. Okay, but anyways, I can fix that. But look, a version of just very, very basic cutscenes, like the princess is in another castle. No major deal there. But yeah, so anyways. All right, so where was I? Okay, feedback. I'm getting distracted. Okay, so that was it for the cockpit. That was it for the animation. Oh, okay, so let's flip back over to here. All right, cool. We'll just do this the poor man's way. So I appreciate the additional battle damage. So you can see these kind of bullet holes. Let's try a bullet hole series, like from like if it got hit by a machine gun. It can be 3 or 5 maybe, but do them in like a diagonal, maybe a diagonal jagged ridge, or maybe on the wing here. Or it can be up here, maybe off the fuselage. Let's dial back the scorch marks just a little bit compared to the previous version. I like the extra kind of wear up here on the fin, so let's keep that. But let's dial this back a tiny bit. We can keep a little bit of this. Don't go back completely to where we were, but somewhere in between. Keep the bullet holes; those are great. And I think, okay, so that was, let me see here. So that was the animation. The inner glow is great. So that was super cool. Thank you. Oh, so I like the shifting of the gun. Let's add a little bit more, just a little more jank to it. And by that, I mean, let's add a little bit more bounce, right? So, so it should bounce, maybe bounce down a little bit further. And then let's see if we can get it. It's like a bounce, jigga, jigga, bounce, jigga, jigga. Bounce, jigga, so like it doesn't feel completely uniform in terms of the up and down, but yes, but I like where we're going with that, and I think that's it for the feedback. Yeah, so I'm gonna get this up. Thank you very much, everybody, for paying attention, and if you have any questions, comments, feedback, please put them in the comments below. We try our very best to answer all of those bits and bobs, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers. Pushing the button. Pushing the button.